Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is iamqueenblessyn and as always it's a pleasure to have you here. Now if this is your first time of checking out any of my videos, thank you so much for stopping by, and I do hope that you subscribe and enjoy everything I have to offer today. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to check me out. You know your girl always has something new for you. Now today is all about wig reviews. Yes, I'm going to be reviewing two wigs. I already have one on, which is Kitron. Yes, the name of this wig is Kitron and it's by Freetress. I'm going to show you real quick what the stock card looks like. Yes, that is the stock card, and I have an OP27. Now Wig Kitron is a very big hair, as you can see. It's about between 22 to 26 inches long. Let me just show you what it looks like at the back. That's what it looks like. And I decided to get this honey blonde color because I just feel like it complements my skin tone and it just pops. Now if you want something like for the winter season that's kind of cold, because I just like big hair during the winter season because it just helps me to take away the cold and everything. But regardless of any region you are, if you try out this wig, trust me, you're going to love her. She's absolutely fabulous. Everywhere I wear her to, like, I get loads and loads of compliments. So enough about Kitron. I'm going to be talking today about wig Karissa. Yes, Karissa is the wig we're going to be reviewing today. So I'm going to come back and show you guys real quick how I customize with Karissa and how I'm going to slay her. So if you like to see how I achieve that, then stay tuned and keep watching. Don't go anywhere. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. Daniel 11:32b. Okay, so first things first, I usually like to customize my units on a mannequin head, like so. So I'm just going to show you guys what I do real quick. I get my mannequin head, I get the T-pins to secure the wig on top of the mannequin head, and then I go ahead to customize my unit. So like I said, the wig we'll be reviewing today is with Karissa by Freetress Equal. That's what she looks like. Usually I don't like my wigs looking too wiggy, so I try to just play around with them before putting them on. So I'll just quickly show you what she looks like straight out of the back box. Okay. This is what she looks like. This is how she comes packed, and it's a lace part wig, but also has like a full lace frontal that you can cut, but you can't really, you know, play around with it. Like you just have to, you're restricted to these parts over here, like so. So this is what she looks like. I also got her an OP27, which is similar to this color, like I said, because it complements my skin tone. I just said to, you know, stick to this brownish honey blonde color. So yeah, that's what Kitron is looking like. I'm going to go ahead and put her on the mannequin head and start customizing her. So I just use my T-pin to put it on like so. Yeah, very, very lovely units, I must say. Now I'm just going to tweeze the part a little, not because it's not okay this way. I'm just going to tweeze it a little bit just for it to be more realistic. And I'll go in with my tweezer to do that. Usually what I do is either I use water or mousse to help to like define the part. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of mousse. This is by Creme of Nature, Argan oil from Morocco, Style and Shine Foaming Mousse. That's what I'm using. So I'm just going to put a little like so, and then I just use that to, like I said, define the part. And the next thing I do is to go in with my hard brush, like so. So that I can see what I'm working with. So I'm not going to twist too much. I'm just going to do a little at a time, like so. And because it's wet, it makes it really easy to come off for me to pluck. Now bear in mind that when you do this, you need to be very careful so that you don't rip the lace. And you don't want to also like rip too much or twist too much, because the hair at the part is not full like one would expect it to be. It just covers the next track that is sewn, so you need to be careful so that you don't twist, you know, more than you should. So you just eyeball it. Okay, so this is how far I've gone with tweezing, and I think for me I'm okay with this part. I don't, like I said, I don't want it too wide, so I don't start to tweeze into the first track, the first layer of tracks of the wig. So this is how far I've gone. I'm also going to go ahead and customize the edges as well. I'm going to cut off the lace eventually, but first things first, I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, customize that front part. So I just put the hair back like so, and then I start to tweeze, you know, around the perimeter. Now, like I said, you need to be careful. The aim is not to pluck every single strand or completely, you know, take it off, but it's just to make sure that it looks very realistic when you put it on. I also like to use this area for like my baby hairs, because one of the reasons why I like to do that is because it helps me to camouflage the lace when I put on the wig, because I personally don't like it when, you know, ladies put on their wigs and then you can see the lace, you know, peeping through. I don't think it's professional enough. Well, I don't think it looks classic. That's the word, not professional. So yeah, so I'm going to twist just to reduce. I'm not really tweezing much, just making sure that I get off a couple of strands out of that area. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Okay, just pulling out strands. Okay, so I think I'm okay with this, because like I said, I don't want to tweeze everything because I'm still going to need some for my baby hair. So I'm just going to stop right now and then go ahead to, you know, wear the wig and style it on my head. So now, taking off the wig from the mannequin head, and like I said, I'm going to go ahead and style on my own hair. But before I do that, let me just give you more information about the wig. So it comes with 2 combs, you know, at the corner that you can use to ensure that it's secure in your head. It also comes with adjustable strap, like so, at the back, and then you also have another wig, another comb at the back to ensure that it's secured. Personally, like when I take off the Wig Kitron, you're going to see that I have my wig cap and my wig grip underneath my wig cap, because that helps to keep my wig secure. Sometimes I go ahead to use bobby pins like at the edges of the wig, just for extra security so it doesn't come off. So that's how I keep my wig secure. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this one, and I'll be back with this one on. Taking off the Wig Kitron, so I mean my hair is still pretty much slicked down, I've been too lazy to like like cornrow my hair, but I just make sure that it's really slicked down as much as possible. And then I work on the edges as well, just to make it nice. So I'm just going to show you how I wear my wig from start to finish. So I'll just do this so that the hair can lay flat again, like so. Sometimes I usually use like my scarf, but if I don't have if I don't need to do that, then I just go ahead and wear my wig cap. I also use this Style Factor edge booster. I'm actually almost out of it. I just tried it, the sample size, and it's been working really well for me. So I just use that to lay my own natural hair in front, like so. I'm just doing this for me to refresh from my previous wig that I wore. Okay. Now that I've been able to slick down my natural edges, I'm going to go ahead with my wig grip. This is the wig grip. I highly recommend this wig grip because it just helps to keep your wig, you know, secured. It's not going to keep shifting and all the likes, and you won't be bothered about it falling off, the wig falling off your head. So I'll just go in with this like so. Okay. And recently I started to put a little bit of foundation on my wig cap so that it appears more realistic under the wig, and I'm wearing the nude shade. So this is what we're doing with now, like so. So I'll go ahead and pop the wig on my head. First thing I do is adjust the strap because my head is very small and snug, so I have to make I have to make the wig really snug so it doesn't come off. But like I said earlier on, the wig grip makes it super easy for me. Okay, so I have it fixed, so I'll go ahead and wear the wig. So that's what she's looking like. I think she's pretty. What do you guys think? Ooh. Okay, I think I'm going to fluff her out when I'm done. Okay, so let me just cut off the lace. So I'll go with my pin and then just pull it down like so. And then do the same thing here. I usually like to bring it forward as much as possible. By the way, the wig is big head friendly. If you're worried about the size, it's big head friendly. So yeah. I'm just trying to make sure that I pull the hair away from my face. So I'll go in with my small scissors and starting from the edge. Okay, let me just adjust that. Okay. So first of all, I just snip a little bit here. Okay. once I get the first cut, and then I try to follow that pattern in a zigzag method. Okay, like so. You have to be really careful when you're doing this. I usually like to go in, curve a bit at this point, a little bit deeper than the other point, then we'll keep going. Still following the pattern. Okay, you can always now come this way. All right. I usually like to do this bit on the mannequin head because it makes it real easy, but again, sometimes it's always good to do it this way so that you can, you know what you're dealing with. I'm going to go in again and just trim out some of this. It's okay if you rip out some of the hair from, it's okay when you do that as well. So yeah, I already have the lace cut, and this is it out of the way. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead and apply my Got2b glue at the edges, just to make sure that, because it's a frontal, if you want it secured you can do that, but if you're cool with just having like a glueless lace, you can as well, you can go ahead and just have it like this and you'll be good to go, because I already laid down my natural baby hair. So I really, if I don't want to do any baby hairs or anything, you really can't see the lace, and this is what she looks like. Okay, so if you want to keep it this way, that's fine. All right, if you don't want to do anything extra, but for me, I want it to look really, really realistic, so I'm still going to go ahead and just, add some baby hair like that. I'm going to go ahead and also use the glue, like I said, to secure it. So I'll just move my wig cap backwards like so, and then apply it to this area. Now trust me, I don't worry when I'm doing this, because I know a very good method for taking out the glue when I'm done. I just use water or rubbing alcohol, and that'll be it. And I try to put it on the cap. If you notice, not necessarily my edges, it's going on the cap itself. Okay. So I'll do one after the other, and then I'll go in with the got to be glued spray as well, just lightly. Usually I'll go in with a blow dryer, but I'm not really going anywhere right now, so I just want to show you ladies how I get it done when I'm going out. So I just press, okay, and then I come this way and repeat the same process. You also have to understand that you're going to have some shedding, not necessarily because the wig is shedding, it's just because you tweezed, and you know, when you tweeze and do all of that, you're bound to lose some of those hair extensions. So it's just natural that it sheds around, you know, that area, especially when you cut off the lace and the lights. So I'm also going to go in with the spray, like so. And then go ahead and use my fingers to press it down, like so. Now you can go in with your blow dryer on the cool temperature, and you know, just go ahead and blow it to make sure that it is really dry. But like I said, I'm not doing that today because I'm not necessarily going anywhere after this video, so I'm not going to do all that, but that's what you do. And then if you want to go ahead and create like baby hairs, you know, from the wig, all you need to do is to go in with like your comb, rat tail comb, and then just, so for me to create the baby hairs, I just go ahead and pick from just at the tip or the edge of the wig, you know, where we cut off the frontal lace, and just try and pick out a couple of strands. Okay, like so. You can see that it's just coming from, you don't want to take too much, to just okay. So this is all I'm going to be working with for this side, since it's this side. And then I'm going to go in with this eyebrow shaper, and then going, I usually like it not so long, and just shave like so. Okay, so that way it's not so long, and because it is a synthetic fiber wig, it doesn't necessarily lay, so you don't want it too long, so it doesn't become too problematic when you're done. So yeah, I already have the length I want. I'm going to trim it a little bit more. Like so. And then I'm going to go in with my edge brush and my got-to-be, like so. And then okay. make sure you get the other hair out of the way, because if it is there, then you can't do what you want to do. So I'm going to brush forward like so. It's usually best you do this before you apply your makeup so it doesn't get in the way. So I already have that side done. I'm going to go ahead and just create some on this side as well, like so. So I've gone ahead, I'm still trimming it, and I'm done. So I'm just going to go ahead. Another thing you can do is to use your mousse to set the baby hairs. Now, like I said, because it's a synthetic wig, it's kind of a, it won't lay ordinarily, like, you know, you just have to work with it, but it will lay eventually. So sometimes I just use my mousse to also, you know, get it to lay before I go in with my gel, like so. So I'll go in with my edge brush, and some of the glue got to be glued, and then start to lay it like so. Now notice that I didn't cut it all the way because I don't really need it to be all the way. I just need it enough for the front. Okay. Just going in like so. Like I said, because I already have my makeup on, it might be a struggle to get it to lay as it should, but we'll work with it either ways. So you can use the edge of your edge brush to flatten it some more, just for that finished look. So yeah, there you have it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this band to put it in place, but I also go in with my got to be good spray just so that it stays in place. Now that extra grip is needed to make sure that it stays intact. Okay, you can go ahead and take off this one. So I'll go ahead and take it off now, I guess. Yes. Okay, so I have a mark here, but that's okay. So this is what it looks like now. The next thing I'll do is to apply my pressed powder on the part, just for it to look, you know, more realistic. So I'm just going to go in like so. Now you need to be careful when you're doing this because you don't want it to look too ashy. Okay, so I'll go in and use a little bit of mousse. Trust me, I really love to use mousse because it helps to just set everything in place. last but not the least, I'm going with my coiling wand. I just do that to flatten the hair. So if you have any, now be careful so it doesn't burn your scalp, but I do this so that if I have any one that is just flying around, it helps to, you know, flatten it out. And then remember that it is also heat safe, so I just do that just to get the curls back. Nothing serious. So I'll go once again, like so. Okay, and then last but not the least, I said I was going to fluff out the waves because I want it to be big and voluminous. So I'll just go ahead, and then I always like to brush, you know, the bang outward, so that way it just looks really pretty. So if you want it bigger, you can use your hands to fluff and play around with it. But if you want it like slicked up, then you just use your brush to manipulate it, like so. Yeah. And this is the final outlook. I hope you ladies like it. I hope you guys like it. I think this wig is really gorgeous. Personally, I love it. I think it makes me look really fabulous and chic. I also like it because it's lightweight. It's not exactly like, you know, bulky. It looks like it's full, but it's not full. It's not too bulky. And because I've been able to customize it, it looks very, you know, realistic and expensive. So if you're on a budget and you're looking for, you know, one wig that will give you that, you know, classy look, and yeah, this is one you could try. It's called Wig Karissa once again, and I have an OP27. So this is what she looks like. I'm going to do like a 360 view so you can see what it looks like. And I can't stop touching her. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, okay, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. Also, check out my previous video where I taught you guys how to make your own DIY nails. Yes, I just changed this one. They're pretty super cool, and I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to learn something that's going to make you, you know, look super fabulous and gorgeous. I want you to slay every day, and I want you to look your best every day. So make sure you keep staying beautiful, staying fabulous until I come your way again next time. Stay tuned, and I remain your faithful, beautiful host, Queen Blessing. Toodles!